Before the world learned the meaning of freedom, an empire believed itself unstoppable. From the heart of Persia, an army marched, so vast it swallowed the horizon, so powerful it believed resistance was impossible. Cities fell without a fight, kings knelt without shame, and the world learned to fear one name, Xerxes. But at the edge of Greece, at a narrow pass between mountain and sea, fear met something it had never faced before. 300 men. Not gods, not giants, just warriors who refused to kneel. They stood where numbers meant nothing, where courage would be measured in blood, where retreat was impossible. When Persia demanded surrender, one answer echoed through history: come and take them. What followed was not a battle, but a stand that would delay an empire, ignite a nation, and prove that even the greatest power on earth can bleed. This is not the story of victory. This is the story of defiance. This is Thermopylae. Before swords clashed, before blood soaked the earth, before history chose its heroes, the world held its breath. Across Asia, drums echoed. Across deserts and mountains, banners moved like living shadows. Across rivers and seas, an empire marched. Persia was coming. Not as a rumor, not as a threat, but as a force so vast that the ground itself seemed to bow beneath it. At its head stood Xerxes, king of kings, a ruler who commanded lands from the Indus River to the shores of Africa. A man raised to believe that resistance was impossible, that obedience was destiny. Cities surrendered at the mere mention of his name. Kings knelt without battle. Nations vanished without a fight. And now his gaze turned towards Greece. Greece, small, fractured, endlessly divided. City-states bound together by language and gods, yet torn apart by pride and rivalry. Athens trusted its fleet. Sparta trusted its spears. Corinth trusted its walls. But none trusted each other. When Persian envoys arrived demanding earth and water, symbols of submission, some cities obeyed. Others hesitated. Sparta did not. In Sparta, fear was not taught. From birth, boys were shaped into weapons. They learned hunger before comfort, pain before mercy, death before retreat. Yet even Sparta was trapped by its own laws. The sacred festival of Carneia forbade war. The gods themselves demanded patience. Persia would not wait. So Sparta made a choice that history would never forget. They would send a king, not with an army, not with overwhelming force, but with resolve. King Leonidas, descendant of Hercules, was not raised as royalty, he was raised as a soldier. He chose 300 Spartans, each one a father, each one with a living son. Men who had already secured Sparta's future and now were free to give their lives. Their destination lay north, a narrow mountain pass pressed between cliffs and sea. Thermopylae, the Hot Gates, a place where numbers suffocated, where cavalry could not charge, where arrogance would bleed. As the Spartans marched, others joined. Thespians, Phocians, Thebans, not professionals, not legends, just Greeks. Ahead of them, the sea whispered warnings. Behind them, history gathered its breath. When the Persian army arrived, the earth darkened beneath endless boots. Arrows filled wagons, horses screamed, drums thundered. Xerxes stood above them all, watching the narrow pass with amusement. A few thousand men blocking an empire. He sent messengers,
"Lay down your arms." Leonidas did not shout. He did not threaten. He answered calmly, "Come and take them." Xerxes laughed. He waited 4 days, certain the Greeks would flee. They did not. On the 5th day, the attack began, and the world learned that courage could choke an empire.
The pass where gods bled. The Persian army surged forward like a living tide. Spears glittered, shields clashed, drums beat the rhythm of conquest. And then the tide broke. Greek shields locked together, bronze pressed against bronze. Spears struck with brutal precision. The narrow pass swallowed Persian numbers. Men fell screaming, bodies piled high. The sea turned red beside the rocks. Xerxes watched in disbelief. Wave after wave collapsed. No formation held. No courage survived the choke point. Then came the arrows, so many that the sky darkened. A Spartan laughed. "Good," he said, "then we fight in the shade." The immortals advanced, Xerxes' elite warriors, masked and silent. They expected fear. They met death. Greek spears punched through armor, swords shattered bones, discipline crushed chaos. For 2 days, Thermopylae became a slaughterhouse. But destiny rarely favors bravery alone. In the darkness, a Greek named Ephialtes walked into the Persian camp. He spoke of a hidden mountain path, a trail that curved behind the Greek lines. Xerxes smiled. At dawn, Persian troops climbed the mountain. And at dawn, Leonidas knew. The warning reached him like a cold blade. The pass was lost. The battle could not be won, but the war still could. Leonidas gathered the Greeks. There would be no retreat, no escape. He dismissed most of the allies, not in shame, but in mercy. Many left in tears. But some stayed. The 700 Thespians refused to abandon the fight. They would die beside the Spartans. The Thebans remained, caught between loyalty and fear. Leonidas sent word south. "Tell them we fought." Then he turned back towards the pass. The final stand began. This time, the Greeks charged. Spears broke, swords snapped, hands clawed and strangled. Leonidas fought at the front until arrows found him. The Spartans roared. They formed around his body, fighting like men possessed. Arrows fell like rain. One by one, the defenders collapsed. No surrender, no retreat, only silence. Thermopylae was taken. The road to Greece lay open, but victory tasted bitter.
Defeat that shook an empire. Xerxes stood among the dead. Thousands of Persians lay beneath the sun. A handful of Greeks had delayed an empire. In anger, Xerxes ordered Leonidas's head removed. He believed legends could be killed. He was wrong, because Thermopylae did not end at the pass. It traveled through whispers, through songs, through fire. Athens heard and prepared its fleet. Sparta heard and hardened its resolve. Greece heard and united. At Salamis, Persian ships burned. At Plataea, Persian dreams died. Thermopylae became more than a battle. It became a warning that freedom is never free, that numbers do not define courage, that sacrifice can defeat fear. A stone was raised at the pass. Its message was simple. Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie. They lost the battle, they won immortality, and every time a small force stands against overwhelming power, every time men choose honor over survival, Thermopylae lives again.